instead of supporting farmers locally. It is so distressing when you hear that he has acquired some land in Zambia where he wants to plant, and yet we have a lot of land in this country that he could actually utilize. There are many farmers who he could partner with in order to get this country going. Mr. Speaker, the only way we will move to enable this country to grow economically is to have industry everywhere. Mr. Speaker, as a Senate, we need to encourage every county to set up industry within the counties. What she's talking about in terms of coffee, whether it is maize milling, whether it is bringing other products from our traditional foods, Mr. Speaker, we have not explored that because we are not investing in industry. And the Ministry of Trade will do us a big favor if it actually finds money to invest in this country in setting up, in partnering with county governments to set up export processing zones.
Just a minute, Senator Muma. What is your point of order? Senator Mandago?
Mr. Speaker, I rise on the standing order 101-4. Senator Muma alleges that the Cabinet Secretary of Agri has acquired land for growing maize in Zambia. Mr. Speaker, can she substantiate or provide evidence of acquisition of that land, or otherwise withdraws and apologizes to the Cabinet Secretary?
Let's get to the second point of order from the majority leader.
You know, Mr. Speaker, I had actually tried to get your attention, but then I realized that, oh, you thought I wanted to make a comment. Okay, no problem. It's in line with what Senator Mandago is saying. You know, as senators, we owe it to the House that every time we speak, we give a statement of fact. A statement of fact cannot be qualified by rumors, newspaper articles, and such like stories. It's not accurate, Mr. Speaker, and I think unless Senator, my very good friend, Senator Kathy, has information to the contrary, that one, government has acquired land in Zambia for which they intend to plant maize. Because, you know, acquiring, especially for public use, there is a process through which government does such things. So I would wish to understand what exactly Senator Catherine Muma means by government acquiring land in Zambia. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, I know for a fact that I have seen questions that senators have prepared for the various cabinet secretaries to come and address before this House during the cabinet secretary's time appearance. I know this is one of the questions that's listed because I get copies in my office, Mr. Speaker. Wouldn't it be in order, instead of reacting to rumors and Facebook posts and very sensational stories that are being posted without firm basis, to understand first if there is such a policy, what is the thinking that informs it, and whether it is, once you have the evidence of what has led to that thinking, whether it is for the benefit of our farmers or otherwise, Mr. Speaker. And I know that the Cabinet Secretary is slated to appear before this House either next Wednesday or the week after that, Mr. Speaker. Before we get there, shouldn't Senator Kathy be measured in her remarks as opposed to being sensational? I take great exception to what Senator Kathy is saying, just like my colleague Senator Mandago, that government has acquired land in Zambia. Unless maybe she has, if she has that information, we'd also be glad to know if that is true. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
So, Senator Catherine, the 2 points of orders are touching on standing on the 105.
I'm aware, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, if you give me time, maybe I can bring the clip of the minister talking of preparing and he has actually identified land in Zambia where maize will be planted that will be enough to deal with the food security issue. I undertake to actually provide a clip
so
to that effect.
What you are saying is that you are needed to provide evidence.
Yes.
All facts.
Yes, Mr.
that
Speaker.
the government has leased or acquired land in state Zambia? Or
Mr. Speaker, list is your
wherever
word.
it is?
List is your word. I have not mentioned, I have not talked about any leasing of land, but I will bring the clip that refers to the land where, in Zambia, where maize was going to be planted in order to...
Senator Catherine Muma, you
Yes.
know you are doing so well, eh? Before you touched on that drive wire, for which, so are you saying that you want to table evidence so that now you can go on record? You will table evidence that you have facts and evidence so that we can now proceed.
If you give me time, next
Yes,
time
I have to
come...
give you enough time.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I will do so.
What is again your point of order, Senator Cheptumo?
Thank you.